We're in WA!
WA! Go to the right! Go to the right! Avoid. Hi, I'm Joe, and this is Lydia. We were tired of being swept along with life's patterns and our cultural norms, so we decided to buy a van and convert it into a home, so we can travel around and learn to live on purpose with purpose. We want to search for answers to the important questions in life for you. Welcome to Following the Way. We're so glad you're here. My dad used to play this funny game with us kids. Not sure if it was meant to teach us something, but I think it has. He'd basically state a scenario in a story like, a man fell out of a plane, and we'd go, oh, that's bad. And then he'd follow it up with a contrasting good scenario like, no, it was good because his jacket was so baggy, it worked as a perfect parachute. I think our last 2 weeks could have been the exact sort of storyline Dad would have used in that game. We're about to cross at the border.
Crossing the border.
Oh, look at that sign that looks like we should take a photo at it.
What the?
We had finally reached the border, but it wasn't all good news. What's just happened, Liddy?
Just had to chuck out all my plants.
Yeah, it's so
all
sad.
those beautiful plants.
This trip has been great sacrifices, none bigger than this one. Looks like we're about to get through. Even though we were a few plants down, we were so stoked to get over the border, especially with the virus being so volatile. Nullarbor was this beautiful kind of scary. Kind of like when you stare at the ocean on a stormy night. It was so vast, and the elevated passes like in Mildura really blew us away. Noitzland Nature Reserve.
Noitzland!
Just stop for the night. So how does it feel bush camping, Liddy?
Awesome.
Yeah, it's actually been great. That's one of the reasons I'm so happy with Kev. I just feel like it's so well set up that we can just enjoy stopping pretty much anywhere we want.
Toilet's the only thing. But
Yeah.
it's like a very short thing, you know? You need the toilet. Under 5 minutes, it's all over.
Does it take you 5 minutes? Let us know in the comments. Beautiful WA, our first morning here. Cooking some popcorn before we hit the road.
Because yesterday we spent $6 on one box of barbecue shakes.
$6.20 even. Finally, after crossing the Nullarbor, we were about to get into Esperance.
Just past the sign saying welcome to Esperance. So I think it's official. We are now in Esperance.
We're trying to keep our expectations really low because we've been so excited for Esperance for such a long time.
There's one option for tonight.
Yes.
All we really have on the radar tonight is a movie. We want to watch a movie.
Wow, look at the islands.
That's crazy. It's like we're in Rio de Janeiro.
Finally, we were in Esperance. 2 free birds, no plans, nowhere we have to be. Sounds good, right? But actually it was pretty bad, because there was almost nowhere we could go. Esperance was so busy. There were some free spots in caravan parks, but often they were starting at $30 or $40 a night for an unpowered site. But then again, it was good because it forced us to research around the area and find this beautiful free camping spot in Condingup. How do you get it down? So after picking up some long-awaited mail... Oh, that's scary. Maybe I'll start with this one. Oh, that's not the way to do it. I was worried about that. We decided to head out there. We found a beautiful spot where we actually got to finally start thinking about music and how we could get this music business up and running. What is Job's narrative that is woven into every social photo, video, song, promo, bio, press release, interview, etc.?
There needs to be a narrative because apparently fans and press and like bloggers and whatever, they don't really care about the music, they care about the culture.
I do remember that.
And they care about the visuals.
We're on to you. You don't care about my music or our music. You just care about the story. The one and only downside about that campsite is that it didn't have signal. And we had a video call locked in with my parents. So to get signal, we went to the national park. But at the national park, we got kicked out before the video call. So we went on an adventure to try and find some signal. And in our search for signal, we landed right about here. We've parked in some beautiful spots. I have to admit, this one was completely unintentional.
This is the real following the way. So actually what happened from the start, we were going to ring Joe's parents while we were in the national park. We got told to move along. We had to get out by 7. So we had to say, okay, we'll postpone it for like a half hour. And then when we left the national park, we couldn't find any internet reception. So here we are down a side road, and we pulled over and we bogged. 3, 2, 1, go! Go to the right! Go to the right!
How are you feeling?
Well, I'm actually pretty surprised that got us anywhere.
I'm really surprised.
2, 1, go! We're back at it. Back at the digging. Zoe. He loves this stuff. He's always so camping before driving. I reckon you want to dig away more. Here, I'll take over for a bit.
I think I need to.
Try again.
Lydia's just on the phone with the RAA, and because we're a bogged vehicle, it becomes on the dirt road. It becomes a pay tow. It's just slowly unfolding to be quite an unfortunate evening. When we woke up this morning, we thought, oh, maybe it would look a bit better. Do you know, somehow getting bogged was kind of good, because this guy Gary was the most lovely person. It was almost worth getting bogged just to meet him. He didn't make us feel silly. He even affirmed our choice of van and encouraged us on our trip right when we felt absolutely stupid. Do you know what this fortnight has been? Good and bad, but that's always a given. It's life and it's a story. But for us, it's been the best version of good and bad we've experienced for a long time. Because I think for once we know where we're going and we believe in the end result. And I think that's pretty special.